And as we stick with us, let's get an update on the forecast with Bob and Tim.
All right, we're going to take a look at radar first. That's obviously the most active thing to take a look at. An extensive area of snow from Boston out through New York, Baltimore, out to Pittsburgh, down to Richmond, across much of West Virginia, eastern Ohio, even into portions of North Carolina, all because of this. Low pressure off the East Coast, pushing moisture into this colder air that's coming in from the north and from the northeast. So with these ingredients, we have just a perfect blend for a pretty good amount of snow. We've already seen that across the region. Right now, we're in the Baltimore region. Moderate snow, light snow at times, right around the city now, pretty light, as you can tell from George's live shot. Not a whole lot down there in Kent right now, but we do have bands of moderate to even some heavy snow and some light snow. East of us, right along the coast there, from Salisbury to Ocean City, it's pretty much just rain. The temperatures down there are quite a bit warmer. But we're going to have to deal with this quite a much longer time because this storm is moving off to the north and northeast rather slowly. Eventually gets off of Cape Cod. And by that time, some of the snow will be moving off to the north or northeast. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures. Of course, a very, very important factor here are the temperatures not only at the ground, but aloft. We've had a few periods where we've had a little bit of sleet come in. That helps to reduce the amount of snowfall, actually. But look at Ocean City. They're up to 39 degrees. No snow down there. But in some spots in the eastern shore, 32 Rock Hall, 32 Cambridge. Right now at the airport, they just went up a half a degree or so up to 32. So it's marginal wet snow for sure. 31 in Westminster. 37 for some reason. Cumberland jumped up to 37. There has been a little bit of brightening of the sky in some spots. In fact, there is some incoming solar radiation. This time of the year, it's very strong, actually. Some of that can actually melt some of the precipitation as it falls or hits the roads, because the roads do absorb some of that incoming solar radiation from this late March sun, which is very, very pleasantly warm. Remember how warm it was 2 days ago? 58 degrees. Now we're down at 32 degrees. Probably not going to go anywhere, maybe 1 or 2 degrees, and then it drops again below freezing tonight. So overnight tonight, any of that slush out there that's not been cleared from the walkway is going to freeze up solid. So that's something else to keep in mind later on today. Tim has a look right now at some of the snowfall totals we've seen across the region. Tim?
Well, this mixed bag of precipitation, the sleet, some of the rain mixed in, is helping to keep some of the totals down in parts of the area, but most of us are still falling within the range that we projected a little while ago. In Bloomfield, over in Frederick County, I should say, 13.1 inches. These are the most recent updated totals from the National Weather Service and trained spotters across the area. Frostburg, out in western Maryland, 11 inches of snow, and this is all cumulative. These are all from yesterday and through today. Westminster, 11 inches as well. Pectonville, over in Washington County, that's 11 inches of snow reported out there. Bentley Springs is in Baltimore County. That total 9 inches to this point. And Norrisville, up in Harford County, we're looking at 9 inches of snow there. Again, this is a system that's going to continue to move on through. Some of the wet precipitation, the sleet, some of the rain will help to knock down some of the totals, but that will also add its own problem because, again, temperatures, as Bob just showed you, are still hovering right around freezing. So anything that's wet on anything untreated, or even if it is untreated, on treated surfaces, will likely freeze as we get into the latter portion of this evening and in the overnight hours when those temperatures start to drop. Mary and Vic, I was out a little early before I came in here talking to the manager of the Home Depot at in Owings Mills, and that's live. That's an interview you can see on WJZ.com and on our weather page on Facebook at WJZ Weather. And what they were saying is that they are completely ill-prepared, you could say, for this system. You know, they actually wrote off the winter, and they were already preparing for spring. So all of the plants are covered in snow. They did take in more of the tender plants in, and those are all inside. But they only have a handful of shovels. All the salt is all put away up on shelves, and they didn't call for an emergency supply because they figured this system was going to be in and out so quickly. No one was prepared. So if you're going out to your local big box store, just beware. You're not going to see very much salt out there. You're not going to see very many shovels. So whatever you didn't get to this point, you probably may just have to wait for Mother Nature to melt this down for you. But that's the latest from us. And again, that interview you can see at WJZ.com.
All they have are petunias and snapdragons,
yeah,
right?
That's exactly it.
What do you bet they got somebody on that little beeping cart up there at that top shelf trying to get that stuff down right now?
You know it. That aisle is blocked off as they get that one last bag.
Yeah, Joe, bring the cart.
Oh, my goodness. You do need it out there. Those sidewalks are really slick.
Yes, they are. They are.